Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Guys, welcome back to another beer review. Fun little review today. We're doing a Homebrew Wednesday, which I've never done before because I'm not a home brewer. But I was lucky enough to receive a bottle of Homebrew from my man Erik Wood at Blackboard Beer Reviews. I've talked about him and his channel all the time in a bunch of my videos that I've done. I will leave a link to his channel below. Please check it out, subscribe. Him and John and Barry do awesome videos. But he had brewed a beer. He just got married recently, and he brewed a beer as his groomsmen gifts, which is freaking awesome. Like one of the coolest gifts you could give a groomsman, in my opinion. And it is in this bottle right here. The official name of this beer is Texas Brunch Brand Stout, and I believe that name comes from the barrel that it was aged in, which was from Texas. So from his notes, it's an oatmeal wheat stout aged in, I think it's Balcone. I don't know how to say that. Blue corn whiskey barrels, which came from, the distilleries in Texas. And it was a 5-gallon barrel. They brewed it. It sat in the barrel for 7.5 weeks. And when they kegged it to keg condition the beer, it was 13.3% alcohol by volume. So a big stout. Looking forward to this one. It's been cold since I got back from Mexico, and it's like officially stout season. It feels like stout season now here in Southern California. So he used coffee and maple syrup in this recipe. The coffee is Intelligentsia El Diablo roast, and he said the syrup was half a quart of local syrup to him. They sourced it from Hudson, Wisconsin. So like I said, keg conditioned, and then it was bottled on 10/16. So time of recording, it's about a month and a half old. Barry did a review of this beer, I think it was the night before Erik's wedding. So I will link that review in the description of this too. I'm having this, I don't know, I think it's been about a month since Erik got married. Congratulations again, pal. So yeah, want to check this out. Per his request, he wanted me to experience the beer cold to room temperature. Usually I let my stouts sit out 25-30 minutes to kind of come up to room temperature, but he had asked that I drink it cold and kind of, take notes on it and then come back when it's, I've been sipping on it for about 45 minutes and like kind of do how I thought about it afterwards. So per his request, I am doing that. It's like if you go to a restaurant and a chef tells you how he wants something cooked, you usually listen to what he says. So really excited to check this out. I don't drink a lot of homebrew. I've had a couple recently. I'm on a weird kick of getting homebrew from people, and I've got another beer that I'm gonna do a homebrew Wednesday on probably next week. So looking forward to that. So yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. I love how this bottle's waxed too, by the way. It's freaking awesome. It does not look like a like a homebrew job. It looks professional. So yeah, 13.3%. What did we say? Oatmeal wheat stout. So very interested. So let's go ahead and get this pour on camera if we can. That actually pours super dark. It looks killer. I'm not going to pour this all the way so that I can pour it again for the photos. Let's go ahead and put that there with a little wax. So yeah, poured viscous, like dark, super dark black. There's maybe a quarter finger of head with that pour. A nice mocha khaki color head. It is dissipated already to nothing. So I would say that's the near 14% that did not let that head stick around, but it looks absolutely killer in the glass. So yeah, I could actually smell what I thought was whiskey when I opened that. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. Yeah, this is, wow. Huge roasted coffee notes for me. Like that. I wish I was more of a coffee drinker. I'm not a big coffee drinker. I drink it from time to time, but like dark roast. And when you grind like the dark roasted, those dark coffee beans, that's what that smells like. Yeah, it's just huge coffee. I'm getting like some chocolate underneath that. And I'm actually getting like the barrel, the whiskey. I'm smelling booze, which it doesn't smell hot or boozy, but I'm getting like that oaky kind of whiskey character. There's a sweet, I don't know if that's the maple syrup, but there's something sweet in there. I think that is the maple, actually. This is crazy that this is a homebrew. This smells, I actually 2 weeks ago I had a bottle of Big Bad Baptist that was it was a whiskey barrel aged one, and this is reminding me of how that smells, which is nuts because that beer is like a popular beer. This is killer smelling. Yeah, but just tons of coffee. It's like a coffee bomb right now as it's cold. Coffee, dark roast. There's like chocolate, something. I think it's the maple syrup. There's like a sweet kind of sugary note, and then there's whiskey, which it smells killer. So yeah, let's go and check this out. Erik, thank you so much for sharing this. Sure, sir, and congrats again on the nuptials. Cheers. Wow, that is really fucking good. Not that I ever doubted that it wouldn't be good, but that's fucking awesome. The taste right now as it's cold, fall in the nose. It is coffee for days, and I love it. Like rich roasted, dark roasted coffee. You're getting the dark, like the roasty kind of dark malts. I think is what that is. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like rich, it's roasty, coffee for days. There is bitterness that's kind of sitting on the middle of my tongue right now. But as much of like the whiskey that I was smelling on the nose, I'm not getting on the taste right now while it's cold. I'm sure that's going to change as it warms. You're definitely getting sweetness. That maple syrup's coming through. The last review I did before I went to Mexico was Good Morning. And this, I mean, it's not quite on the level of Good Morning. Sorry, Erik. But it's like reminiscent of that. You're getting the coffee, you're getting the sweet maple, you're getting like that roasted, like that bitter roasted coffee. There's some chocolate in here. There's a lot of stuff going on in this. This is actually really, really good. Medium mouthfeel. It's not thin at all. Even as this is warming up a little bit, I'm getting a little bit more of that oaky kind of whiskey thing, which is awesome. I like that. When I have barrel-aged beers, I want it to be like super barrel forward. I don't know, I like tasting like whatever it was aged in. Whiskey, rum, whatever the case may be, tequila barrels. But as it sits right now, this is killer. I'm gonna let this warm up. I'll probably sip on this for the next 40-45 minutes, and then I will come back at the end of this bottle and we will give our final thoughts. So this is killer so far. Awesome stuff, Erik. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. I have been sipping on this for about 37 minutes. This beer has changed like crazy as it has warmed, and this is such a killer beer, Erik. You should be super, super proud of this beer. I'm serious. It's not just me being like your buddy blowing smoke, because I mean, if a beer sucks or if there's stuff wrong with it, you'd want like regular feedback. So when this beer was cold, it was like a coffee bomb, super coffee forward, dark roast, and there was like a little bit of like that whiskey kind of barrel character. As this is warmed, the barrel character for me in this bottle, I don't know if it's because it's sat a little bit longer, it is coming through crazy. When you put your nose in this now, it is like straight up charred oak. It's crazy. And the maple syrup on the taste has come out. It's not like a maple syrup bomb, but it is so much more maple forward now. The coffee is still there. The coffee's still there, but it's like sweet maple syrup. And with that coffee that's there still, it's reminding me of like those breakfast flavors. The one thing I will say, as this is warmed, the bitterness has come out a little bit more. It almost tastes like hops, but I don't think it's that. I think it's the coffee that Erik used. And the only reason that's in my mind is because we were talking about his beer, and he had mentioned someone else drank a bottle and was talking about it. I've definitely noticed that. It's much more bitter as it's warmed. But it's not like off-putting bitter. It's still... The barrel characteristics that are coming out of this with the maple syrup are killer. I absolutely love it. And it's actually, the mouthfeel feels a little bit more like creamy as it's warmed, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's typical because I don't usually drink stouts cold to room temp. I usually wait till they're room temperature and just drink them, and whatever I taste is what I taste. But yeah, this beer is really, really good. 13.3%. You get a tiny bit. What is making that noise? Is that moving making noise? You get a tiny bit of like, it's not hot. Sorry about that. What was I saying? 13.3%. It's not like hot. You're getting a little bit of warmth, but the alcohol is actually really well hidden for me. It doesn't taste boozy at all, which is awesome. And I'm really, really digging, like there's so much charred oak for me. It's like woody when you smell it and taste it now. I love it. And the sweetness from the maple syrup, there's still coffee. There's still that chocolate in there. The roastiness is there. Like I said, it's just a hair more bitter as it has warmed than it was when it was cold. But this beer is amazing. Best homebrew beer I've had. I'm not like, I haven't had a shit ton of homebrew, but out of the ones I've had, this is the one that I've enjoyed the most so far. This is awesome. You wouldn't think it was homebrew if someone gave it to you in a glass. If they said, hey, like I said, I drank, what the hell did I say? I can't even remember now. This 13% is obviously affecting me. Whatever I said in the beginning of the video, what the hell was it? Wow. See, this is shit I'm talking about. Like, I can't remember stuff like that. I was just talking about it. Big Bad Baptist, jeez. Like, anyways, I just had that a couple weeks ago, and it reminds me of that. But yeah, this is killer. If I'm giving this a grade, I am going to give this a 94 out of 100. And I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings, Eric. I think that's a really fucking awesome score for a homebrew. This is a killer beer. The only thing, the only kind of detractor for me is the bitterness as it's warmed. But I love the maple syrup. When it was cold, I love the coffee. I will say that if I would have let this sit out before I drank it, I might not have gotten that awesome, like crazy coffee bomb when it was cold. So it was fun to do that. But I think 94 is an awesome score. I mean, it's a solid A. It's fucking amazing. You should be very, very proud. And your groomsmen should be stoked. I hope they all opened theirs and enjoyed theirs. I know Barry enjoyed it. I think it's actually, I gotta check this in on Untappd. I think people have been checking this in on Untappd, which is cool. You can find other ratings on it if you guys check it out. If you're on Untappd, just search Texas Brunch Brand Stout, so you'll see it. It's by Blackboard Beer Review, or Blackboard Brewing. Sorry, Blackboard Beer Reviews is his YouTube channel. But yeah, Eric, I can't thank you enough for sharing this. This is awesome stuff. So this was a fun video. Like I said, I've got another homebrew. I've got an IPA, actually from overseas, that I'm going to be drinking probably next week sometime. I think he told me to sit on it for a couple weeks. So really looking forward to that. Homebrews are fun. It's killer. It's fun to like see what people are brewing. I mean, every great brewer started as a homebrewer, right? So Eric, again, thanks so much for sending this, for sharing it. I wasn't part of your wedding, but I feel like I got to like be a part of the cool part of it, which was amazing. So yeah, this is Texas Brunch Brand Stout by my man Eric Wood. Again, I will leave a link to his channel in the description. Check out his videos. Him and John and Barry do awesome stuff, and they're just killer friends. So yeah, thanks for sending this. So yeah, I'm out of here, guys. First Homebrew Wednesday video was fun. I had another homebrew video that I never got to upload on my other computer that got fucking stolen, so that was a bummer. But yeah, I hope I'm allowed to do this. I don't know if Homebrew Wednesday videos are only for people who homebrew. If I'm breaking some kind of rules, I apologize, but I thought this would be a cool little way to kind of do a Homebrew Wednesday video. So yeah, Eric, thanks so much. I'm out of here, guys. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you later.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.